If you're ready to take back control of your health, you are in the right place. Welcome to Awaken Wellness with me, Tanya Candy, registered nurse and health coach. Now, I'm not your typical nurse. I consider myself divorced from traditional healthcare. I broke free of the sick care system in 2019 when I realized that the root cause to my sickness, my autoimmune disease, and my chronic pain was me. If you're ready for truth, for clarity, for honesty in a tough, love, compassionate way, I'm the coach for you. Join me while we dig into our root causes of sickness and disease. All right. Hey, welcome in. Sorry, I did not get a text reminder sent out before the live, so we'll catch whoever we catch. I was just having a wonderfully busy morning here. Hey, you. Wilson new boots. Yeah, they're up by the front window. All right, I'm back. Just had a little visitor stop in. All right, today, we're going to talk about how to order from Azure Standard. And I'm just going to share my screen and walk through that. And then two, we're going to talk a little bit about our meeting this Friday at 6:30 here. No, by the front window. Outside. Out front. No, just right by the cash register. We're going to talk about what to expect at our Friday meeting. All right. So if you are here watching live, let me see you in the comments. Tell me how your March is going. And let me know if you're going to be able to come live to our meeting Friday at 6:30 here at the shop down in the basement. We're going to talk about herbs to help naturally stimulate your GLP-1. GLP-1 is the buzz. Everybody is talking about it. So are we, right? All right, we're going to start with ordering from Azure Standard. So let me share my screen here. What I did was I just went ahead and created a personal account. So I have a business account. So I just created a new account under my personal name. Let's hope that's where it logged me in. Yep, it did. And I have got, I suppose I can't log into both names, but when you start, it's just going to give you a welcome. It's going to give you a place to sign up. And then you're going to go to your account. You are going to add your drop. So if you don't live in a town that has a drop, you can create a drop. So for whatever reason, it thinks I live in Circle, but I don't. So let's change that to Sydney. You can call the company and you can start hosting a drop. It is super easy. Anybody can do it. You have to have a minimum of $500 in order to get established with that drop. So Awaken Wellness is the closest drop, it says, which is me. I'm going to join that drop. So you'll see there is a shipping fee. Most of their stuff is heavy. We're going to talk about their supplements a little bit, and those you can direct mail. Like, you don't have to go through a drop. Those they'll send to you in the mail. I have a discount code for those. I will, when we're done with this video, in the comments, I'll put my Azure share. Okay, so I'm going to join that drop. So Share Azure, you will have that. I have that. Share Azure, they're going to give me a link to share with my friends. I could earn credit. I could earn up to $100 in referral money. So that's just going to be money that I can spend with Azure for simply sharing with you. So I will put that in my drop or in the comments. Well, actually, it wouldn't have to be my business, right? So I'll just copy this link and I will put it in the comments right now. So that is my share. So if you're listening to this and you are interested in using Azure, go ahead and give me some credit. You get some credit and I get some credit. All right, let's go back to that web page. So what I usually do, why I love Azure Standard, one, you have to be organized. Let me refresh that and see if it tells me what my deadline is. Okay, so it says my cutoff is 15 days and 4 hours. Pick up the week of March 30th, which I would have guessed it was April. So March must be a longer month because it's usually the first of the month. So you're going to have to abide by this cutoff. You need to get your order in. Then a lot of my clients are gluten free. So if you're looking for gluten free options, gluten-free food. So you can just put that in and it's going to give you all sorts of choices. I really like their generic brand. I've had good luck with most everything that I've tried. Over here, you can categorize it down a little bit. If you want snacks, then you can click that. It's going to give you gluten-free snacks. Pamela's is one of my favorite brands. I use it a lot. So, or they have starter plants. Let's put that in. Let's put in plants. Look at that. You can even order starter plants from Azure Standard. Let's say you want toilet paper. You can order organic toilet paper or bamboo toilet paper. So you can even order toilet paper from Azure Standard. Cleaning products. Cleaning supplies, that's a big one for me. And I really like this Azure line. So there is cleaning supplies. You can buy these things by the gallon. The list goes on and on and on of cleaning supplies that you can look through, that you can browse through. So then the next thing, my family, my crew, we don't eat pork, but we like bacon. So, I can't type. There is beef bacon, and we buy that almost every week. So it's nitrate free. They have all beef, nitrate free, hot dogs. My husband really likes chicken sausage. So we go through a lot of that. Then usually the next thing I do when I'm shopping around, like this can take a while. Like you can be on here for quite a while. I usually just go to the sale items and bring that up. So it's going to give you seasonal produce kind of first off and what's on sale. So you can click any of those items. This is their supplement line. This beef liver capsules, we keep that in the store. It is great for any Azure Well products. I have a code that you can get 10% off your first order of those products. They are even buy one bottle or you can buy 3 bottles. Don't think, well, it's barely, this one's 25 cents a capsule or 26 cents a capsule. So it's not much different. I will type my code in the comments here. So my code for supplement purchase for 10% off is Awaken. I think, pretty sure it might be Awakened Wellness. I better double check. I'm going to write that for now. If it's not that, if that doesn't work, then it's Awakened Wellness. I'll have to double check on that. So we'll go back to that order screen for me. Okay. So I really enjoy its professional grade supplement line. They are amazing. Then so these are all sale items. They canned items. It is that Azure brand. You're gonna find just a ton of stuff. Supplements. These are going to be herbs, matcha, you name it. This company absolutely has it. Another thing I buy a lot of from them is like their nuts and dates and that kind of thing. They've even got some fabric that's new, so organic cotton fabric. Their granola is amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, look at that. That is new. This cotton, 100% cotton, that is new. Um, I don't know if they're selling it by the yard. Um, a lot of so there's grass-fed meat, grass-fed dairy. This is where we get our salt for the store. That's a great price. It's 15% off. It just goes on and on and on. We could shop together forever. I just tried some of these soap nuts. I have them. I have not physically tried them yet. Your probiotic brand dairy. Let's see. We could go. They don't necessarily have raw dairy, I don't think. I don't. I'm going off dairy again, so I don't buy too much dairy. Not, I mean, if I put in raw, there's a few things that come up. You can definitely put in A2A if you do A2A dairy. Oh, not like that. Is that how you say it? Oh, just A2. Cheeses. So they've got, I say, on and on. We could shop all day together. Remembering if you want, let's go back to those supplements. For the supplements or lighter items or non refrigerated type items, you don't have to have a drop off. They will ship that in the mail. Let me show you what that looks like. So, if I wanted to buy these beef liver capsules and I put them in my cart, and then if I go to checkout, and then I got to get my payment method, so I don't want to do all that right now. If I go back to shipping, enter my address, next. Anyway, it's in here. I'm not going to take the time to put all this information in there, but those smaller items, they will ship in the regular mail, whether it's UPS or post service, however it is. You can do that. You don't have to have a drop. But again, I encourage you, if there's not a drop in your area, just call them and see if there could be. See if you could be in charge of that drop. It is definitely no frills attached. If you have a drop and you have people that join your drop, you may earn a very small percent of credit to your own groceries, but it's definitely not a business model. It's not anything that you're going to really profit from. Myself, I started a drop out of my own selfishness because my order for the store is so big that I qualify for a drop. So why not do the drop, right? All right, so there's that. We'll move on. If you guys have any questions, you can direct message me on Facebook and we can talk more about Azure Standard. Like even you can order, I should show you that. If you're ranchy, you can order even like I go through a lot of baking soda and I like organic baking soda. So I ordered a 50-pound bag of organic baking soda. So those bulk things, if you're a bulk person. They even have the food safe buckets. You can do that. But you don't have to order bulk. You can order one of anything. It's definitely multiple choices. Another thing that I order from there quite a bit is like castor oil, and you can order that in different sizes or by the gallon. So really, I encourage you. I use Thrive Market as well. I still use Thrive Market, but now that I've really gotten familiar with Azure, I do a whole lot less on Thrive Market. But those are really great resources. And especially with Azure, where you do the fresh, you do the frozen, even if you want, you can click all organic. So you only see organic choices. It is a small company. I believe they're out of Idaho. So somebody that I align with as far as that their business model goes. Then, all right, let's switch the topic. The next thing I didn't have any questions come in. So there's that. I didn't have any client questions. I don't see anything in the comments right now. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is my meeting on Friday night. I am going to try to live stream that. I haven't figured out exactly like camera angle and how I can do that. It's going to be pretty informal, but I'm going to be giving an herbal class about the bulk of the class is going to be talking about GLP-1s and natural alternatives. I will also be mentioning how we support clients that are currently taking GLP-1 medications so they don't have such side effects. Side effects being muscle wasting, stomach freezing, pancreatitis, digestion issues. So there are many ways. Designs for Health has a really nice, tested, tried and true protocol support to mitigate those things from happening. So I'm not like on this platform saying I'm against GLP-1 medication. I'm for you. I'm not against anything. I'm for you. I'm here to support your decisions. No matter what they are, whether they align with something I would do or something that I wouldn't do, I'm here to support your decisions. I'm not a used car salesman. I'm just here to support you. So no matter what you're doing, I work integratively with clients that are taking medications of all kinds, whether it's GLP-1 medication for weight loss or high blood pressure medication or metformin for diabetes or anything. I want to bridge that gap where we still need some nutritional support. We still want to look for root causes, but we still need to work with those medications, right? So I'm here to support you. We're not pro anything or against anything. We're all about supporting you and wherever you're at in this journey. So Friday evening, we're going to talk about a tea blend that I make that helps to control blood sugar, and it helps to stimulate that GLP-1. There's a few ingredients in there like gymnema and yerba mate and rhodiola. What else is in there? There are a few. It's the green tea and the yerba mate. So there are a few ingredients that help that GLP-1. Now, just keep in mind that this whole GLP-1 is a marketing thing. Marketing, 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 right? It's a catchphrase because of the medications. Everybody's talking about it. But our weight loss things like green tea and fiber and gymnema and these different herbs that you find in natural weight loss products have always been GL1 stimulators. Like that's where they work in the body. So this has always been true. Those things are not new. It's just being repackaged and sold to different. Like you have to be hiding under a rock if you have not heard of this GLP-1 stuff. Like it is trending like a pandemic. Like it honestly is. So during that class, I'll have a sample, I'll have my tea blend made up. We're going to do it cold, and I'll kind of go over the herbs, the benefit, as well as like a few supplements that we carry in the store. We carry a probiotic that helps stimulate that. We know when people have weight issues, they're probably low in achromatia. We could test for that, or we can assume that it's really big with leaky gut and health issues. So it helps that GLP-1 pathway. We're going to talk about different ways if you didn't want to drink it as a tea, that you could take it and make it into your own tincture. That is super easy and way less intimidating than people think. So, the meeting, the education part will be short, but we'll visit, we'll talk. My focus for these community meetings is just that, to build community. So currently we meet downstairs here at my store. And hopefully, as our community grows, we'll have to meet somewhere else because we won't be able to fit in this space. But building community is so important. Building that support all the time on a weekly basis. People walk into the store and they say, okay, I feel like I can tell you this. I feel like you won't judge me or you won't call me crazy. So that's the community. We all want to come together so we don't feel so alone when we're like conspiracy theories and we're trying to solve problems without going through allopathic medication. We want to come together. We want to support each other. All ages, and especially I hope we even get a secondary spin-off group like a Crunchy Moms group going, so you young moms who are aware of all these things, who are refusing to feed your kids food dye and processed food and growing your own food and that kind of thing, where you can come together and start really sharing. Coming up spring, we will be starting our flea markets again. So that is super exciting. I need to go talk to my neighbors over across the parking lot, see how they feel about blocking that off. So my vision for that again is community, 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 and absolutely selfish intentions because I don't have a green thumb. I don't have time. I don't have desire to grow my own food for that garden, right? But I'm a really good customer, right? I do gluten free. I don't like to cook. I don't like to bake. I don't make time for it because I don't enjoy it. So that makes me a really good customer. And my hopes for the flea market is that we will really get trading going. So at this point, anything goes. When we have the weather is warming up, so in the spring, 50 or 60 degrees sounds amazing, right? In the fall, that's too cold. That's too cold. It's time to shut down. But in the spring, everybody's like wearing shorts when it's 50 or 60. In the fall, you're all bundled up, and you are complaining and thinking that this is the most tragic thing that's ever happened. So our attitudes, spring and fall, are completely different. Hey, from YouTube, shoot me a comment. Let me know that you're here. Let me know who's here. So this is definitely speaking to my community, my small town community here in Sydney, Montana. I want you moms that want a little extra money, especially in the beginning here this spring. If you've got your little rummage sale items and you just cleaned out your closet, we've got space. That's fine. As this vision grows, if I have to turn people away, my priority is going to be serving my clients. My clients are eating clean. They are primarily gluten-free. A lot are dairy-free or only doing raw dairy. A lot are egg-free or only doing farm-raised local eggs. So Anybody that you know, I'm calling to this community. With our cottage laws, as long as you are doing face to face, as long as you have your table and you're selling your products to the community, you're protected by cottage laws. So get busy, you sourdough artists. I am particularly looking for gluten free. So I'm not going to turn away somebody who's got home baked goods that aren't gluten free, but I'm going to encourage them to think healthy, to think low sugar, I want this to be about health. I don't want it to be about junk. I want it to be about fresh and what we can bring to the table. Um, tallow products, anything like that. I think with the cottage laws, we could have a producer who's got beef and sell beef by the item. We've got a couple of producers in North Dakota. If you're doing beef, if you're doing grass fed beef, off the top of my head now, I can't say their businesses. I keep a poster, I keep their number here at the store. There is a family who does yak, grass fed yak. So they had given me a sample. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Passes for beef. If I didn't know, then I wouldn't know, right? And then we have I have another client who they do grass-fed beef, and they are in North Dakota. They do have the permitting where they can do it by the piece. Here in Montana, it becomes a little bit more difficult. My family, we do offer some grass fed, butcher ready animals, not on a big scale, on a very small scale. And how we do that is when it's ready to go in, when it's ready to be processed, you can purchase by hanging weight that animal from us. So you can purchase a quarter, a half, a whole of the actual animal. And then you're going to pay the butcher for your processing. You're going to get it processed how you want it processed. My son, I kind of leave him in charge of that. And like I said, we don't do that on a large scale. I had a hard time getting my guys talked into this grass-fed thing. I really did. Like, in our area, we're a little behind here. Like, if you go to Texas or you go south, nobody eats corn-fed beef. Well, unless they don't realize it. Like, anything that you buy at the grocery store is going to be corn fed, corn finished. We know that adds sugar to our meat. And that, in my opinion, is how meat gets a bad rap, gets on the radar for the unhealthy. It's the sugar, it's what they feed the animals. So if they are grass fed, grass finished, they're going to be skinnier. Absolutely. Just like us. If you are going to put animals in a feedlot to fatten them, you're going to feed them things like soy, grain, oats, corn. That is how you fatten something. Those kind of meats that are finished that way, they taste way different. They taste sweeter. When that's what you're used to, they are definitely appealing to your taste buds, and your mind has been programmed. It's because of the sugar. Meat is not supposed to taste that sweet. It's not. And I'll tell you, if you're going to start grass fed, you are going to have to be ready for that. You're going to have to be ready for that flavor to hit you differently, especially the fat. Like if you have a big ribeye that's been fed grain, finished on grain, that fat is so sweet. And if you've got a grain fed or a grass finished ribeye, it's totally not the same cut of meat. That marbling isn't going to be there. That a sweet fat isn't going to be there. A grass-fed beef is gonna definitely taste a little bit more like wild game because that's what deer eat is grass. Yes, they will get in a farmer's cornfield and eat a little corn, but that is absolutely not the same as being bucketed fermented corn. Like not the same whatsoever. So again, like when I started to encourage my son and my husband to leave our meat grass fed and try to convince them that there was a market for that, even here, like they were pretty reluctant to believe me. But there is a market for it. Like I say, in our area, our farming practices and our animal practices are way behind the health curve. If you, like I say, if you go like to Texas or anywhere else, most people are wanting grass-fed butter, even grass-fed milk, grass-fed meat, because they know that you don't want those extra sugars. And that that's what makes your meat not heart healthy. That's what makes your meat inflammatory. It's not the meat, like it is the way that meat has been fed. So it's a big deal. It really is. That's it. I'm gonna wrap this up. Like I said, things coming up. If you just jumped on, make sure you jump in for our flea market Fridays. So we're going to do that every week. The weather is getting better. It's $5 a table. So right now, if you've just got closets to clean out, rummage sell stuff, get a hold of me. Let's get a table and you can bring your wares. Even better if you've got canned stuff to share. If you've got homemade, healthy, especially gluten-free baked goods in the summer as we start producing, as we start seeing vegetables and that kind of thing. A great chance for a little homemaker to have that little extra benefit, whether you're doing, tallow products or candles or whatever it is. $5 a table, that kind of helps me advertise a little bit. If we get busy, I'll spend more money advertising. But in Sydney, right here, we're right going through town. So the commotion is going to be noticeable. Now, this thing is going to grow, right? It's just in the baby starting phases. So we need to be consistent. We need to show up even when nobody else is there. Just like anything we need to do for an audience of one what we would do for an audience of 100. So get ready, get your closets cleaned out, get ready for that flea market, get your table, whatever fun thing that you've been thinking about making or crafting up, get it ready. Spring is coming. We're about to unpack this. We're about to open the doors. And then our monthly meeting this week is going to be Friday. It's also the full moon. If I didn't mention that already, full moon is this Friday night. So if you're doing a maintenance parasite cleanse, you should be geared up today through Friday through Sunday, depending on your program or what you have set. So, full moon Friday and our community meeting. I will see you there. As always, with a small business, I'm not a full time content creator, so every like counts, every share counts. Please like, subscribe, and share out this information. I'll see you Friday.